ChocolateTV. Välkommen till chokladprovning med Anders. This is a joint venture for Chocolate and ChocolateTV. Swedish and English at the same time. No, it's the International Chocolate Day, the 13th of September. It's Friday, so fingers crossed. Hold your thumbs, as we say in Sweden. And I thought, what do you do on International Chocolate Day? Well, maybe you're frolic in chocolate or chocolate-like products. And let's do a really quick odyssey of different chocolate treats or candy or whatever you want to like it. And I thought I'd start with a Swedish tradition. This is called old-fashioned chocolate balls or tops. You'd probably say in English. This is ingredient-wise. This is sugar, vegetable fat, starch syrup, water, cocoa powder, egg white powder, sorbitol, emulsifier, preservatives, stabilizing agent, pectin, salt, and citric acid. Is this edible? I don't know. It is actually, it's more like egg white covered with chocolate. And let's see, is this a chocolate treat on the International Chocolate Day? It's very sweet. It is meringue, but it's not chocolate. I cannot feel any kind of chocolate flavor whatsoever. Let's take another Swedish classic, plop. Plop. And this is, pardon my eyesight, this is filled milk chocolate with soft toffee, 43% toffee, sugar, glucose syrup, cocoa butter, skimmed milk powder, whole milk powder, vegetable fat, cocoa mass, emulsifier, soy lecithin, salt, flavoring, vanillin. Chocolate contains vegetable fat in addition to cocoa butter. And it doesn't say how much chocolate it actually is. Neither did the chocolate tops. So, kind of make chocolate color fairly or extremely light milk chocolate color, almost white brown, if you can call anything white brown, or suntanned Anders, maybe. Let's smell this one. Smells of sugar and toffee and caramel. Now let's taste it. Is it chocolate? Kind of gooey. The toffee inside is kind of tough, not hard, but actually really soft but chewy. And there's a coarse feel of the chocolate and the toffee because it's grainy, it's sugary grainy, and there's a lot of sugar. I would not even call this toffee because it doesn't taste like toffee. It tastes like something else, and that's the magic of plop. Has been in Sweden for about 40-50 years, and people love it. And yeah, it's candy, but it's not chocolate. So let's go on to Tarragona, another Swedish cult chocolate piece. This is milk chocolate with whole roasted hazelnuts. And the ingredient says milk chocolate with whole hazelnuts. Ingredients: sugar, cocoa butter, whole milk powder, skimmed milk powder, hazelnuts 7%, cocoa mass, vegetable fat, emulsifier, soy lecithin, flavorings, vanilla, salt. Chocolate contains vegetable fat in addition to cocoa butter, and cocoa solids 25% minimum. So here at least they tell you we think it is 25% cocoa, but it's not, because they count the cocoa and the cocoa butter together, so cocoa solids. Also, quite the light color, milk chocolate color, bordering on tanned anders again. If we smell it, does it smell like milk chocolate? Yes. Does it smell like chocolate? No, it smells like milk chocolate with a lot of milk and a lot of sugar. Okay, let's taste it. There was a whole hazelnut in that. That may be the charm with this candy. A whole nut surrounded by milk chocolate, making it sweet and chewy and get another flavor. And it is hazelnut flavor with a very sweet milk chocolate, kind of gooey sweet milk chocolate as well. Well, sorry. Well, let's move on. Let's take another crack at some flavored chocolate. Marabou. Swedish brand, but actually Norwegian brand, and owned by Kraft Foods. Very popular in Sweden. There are lots of different ones. And this is orange chocolate. And the ingredient says milk chocolate with the orange flavor and crisp. Sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa mass, roasted corn cereal 7%, salt, emulsifier E471. I don't know what E471 is. Skim milk powder, butter fat, palm oil, emulsifier, soy lecithin, almond, sugar, condensed skim milk, and aromas. At least 30% cocoa, and the cocoa beans come from Rainforest Alliance certified plantations. So they say the cocoa is Rainforest Alliance certified, but palm oil and the sugar and everything else in this one, where does that come from? Nobody knows until we ask. So, a typical Marabou milk chocolate color. Every Swede will know this kind of color, this kind of light brown, and will probably know the smell of the chocolate as well. But actually, I can smell orange, some sort of artificial orange. It didn't say actually orange. No, it said milk chocolate with orange flavor. So there is no orange in this one. It is only flavor aromas. And it smells kind of, as you know, if you did chemistry in school and you had to work with the, I don't know the English word, the esters, certain carbon compounds, you could create different aromas, different scents from that, and this smells like the orange type of it. So let's taste it. Crispy, yeah. Very sweet. You got your kind of half bitter orange marmalade in your mouth, of the sweet kind. Also similar gooey as an orange marmalade of the sweet kind. kind of half bitter and half sweet. So with those two flavors meet, it will be some. If you eat 200 grams, this is 200 grams. If you eat that, I will, not you, I will get heartburn for sure. Okay, let's go over to Carl Fatzer milk chocolate, 30% cocoa. This is milk chocolate, milk, sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa mass, emulsifier, soy lecithin, salt, flavoring, cocoa solids 30% minimum, and milk solids 20% minimum. So let's take out the Fatzer, Carl Fatzer milk chocolate, 30%. The Marabou's 30% as well. The Fatzer is a slightly darker milk chocolate flavor, or color, sorry. And if we smell it, this one actually smells like wax or plastic with minute tones of chocolate, that dry chocolate powder smell. Well, let's taste it. Also very gooey, starchy. It's like having clay in your mouth. Even it's only milk chocolate and 30%, it's hard to melt it in your mouth. Or maybe I've been talking too much, I don't know. Extremely sweet. Almost no cocoa feel whatsoever. Maybe it's like if you have some cocoa powder, some cream and some sugar, and you do a beverage of it, that kind of flavor, but you overdone the sugar, so you lost the chocolate, the pure chocolate powder feel. This used to be my favorite milk chocolate when I was young, because it was kind of a little more dark, a little more chocolate flavor than the Marabou, who's the #1 seller in Sweden. But this one will give you heartburn for sure. So let's go to something completely different. Lind Creation, Coulis de Chocolat, Lintursprunglig, you know, that Swiss manufacturer, and the ingredients here is cocoa mass, sugar, fat reduced cocoa, cocoa butter, milk fat, almond, inverted sugar, glucose syrup, wheat and corn sorbitol, hazelnut, lactose, skim milk powder, natural bourbon vanilla, emulsifier, soy lecithin, and vanilla and corn malt extract. That's a lot of things in a chocolate treat. This is 70% cocoa and 15% cœur de truffe, 15% de coulis au chocolat. So it's 15% truffles, 15% creamy chocolate filling, and 70% cocoa. And I'd say those 70% cocoa, that would probably account for the shell of this treat, because this is kind of a filled chocolate bar. Let's break it off. Didn't even snap. So the shell is 70%, and you got the filling is I don't know. It doesn't say actually what kind of percentage chocolate there is in this one, but 70% cocoa. Okay, very dark, extremely dark for being 70%. almost brown black. Let's smell it. This actually smells like a dark chocolate. Usually do when it's a kind of a better chocolate. It has some fruity notes, some citrus notes. And that dry dark chocolate note as well. Interesting. Let's taste it. So this is more like we are closing into a chocolate flavor. This has a flavor of chocolate and coffee, like mocha. You've got some black tea as well. Maybe there's some almond somewhere, but because the ingredients said almond, so yeah. And the filling melts away quicker, so you got the dark chocolate shell left, and when that melts you get a tiny lemon lime note with that dark mocha feel. And it's almost the viscosity is not like it's not thick, but it has kind of a sandy, grainy feel to it as well. Not too bad. It's a chocolate treat, I'd say. In my book, that would be a chocolate treat. So, last but not least, Naturata, German manufacturer, Panama Edelbitter. This is Trinitario beans from the northern Panama, and it is fair trade and organic. And it is 80% chocolate. 80%. And the ingredients, sorry, I have to read the ingredients. I have done that with all the other products. Cocoa mass, raw cane sugar, cocoa butter, ground bourbon, vanilla. That's it. And all are fair trade and certified organic. Cocoa mass, raw cane sugar, cocoa butter, and ground bourbon, vanilla. That's an ingredient list for a chocolate. If we're talking chocolate. On that note, it is organic and fair trade, so this is what you would call a good chocolate. Whether it is good on your palate, that's a completely different story. And every person has a different palate, that's it. You cannot take away a person's taste. Very dark. Trinitario beans usually don't create blackish chocolate, more like a dark brown with a red tint, but this is actually looking more like a very dark brown with a black nuance. So let's smell it. You got some tobacco, you got some red fruit, you got some really dry wood notes. But the more I smell, the fruitery it actually gets. You get some red and yellow fruit. A tiny bit of citrus, maybe some raspberry. Let's taste it. First off, bitter. Chocolate bitter. Dark chocolate bitter. hit you with some coffee grind and some black tea. Middle, some acidic feel, a slight citrus note, but still, we're talking coffee, tea, tobacco, I would say macadamia nuts as well, the Hawaiian kind. Fairly creamy for being 80%. This is quite a creamy chocolate. Good mouthfeel, full. Coats your tongue extremely well. Lean, smooth, but still kind of bringing a back end of very dry chocolate coffee tea flavor. Not bad. I would give this one 6 out of 10. I'd give the Lindt chocolate treat 5 out of 10. I'd give the Fatser milk chocolate, no, it was too sweet, 2 out of 10. I give the Marabou orange croquant 2 out of 10. The Tarragona with the whole nut, 2 out of 10. The Plop, 1 out of 10. And old-fashioned chocolate top, 0. This is not chocolate. But it's candy, and people like it, and I can eat 1 or 2 of these for dessert, that's no problem. If you like sugar and fat, that's okay. So that's it for International Chocolate Day, and we did some quick, massive chocolate tasting, and I hope you enjoyed it, and celebrate Chocolate Day in your way, and have a nice weekend. Bye.